Okay, we're on C4, page 20, and we have created our beautiful leaf that we are so very proud of, right? Okay, we're going to scale this down so that we can create our own little palm tree from it. We do need to duplicate it, and then we'll use our Pathfinder to kind of glue it all together. So I've got one leaf here, and again, if you need it to be like skinnier or whatever, you can, mess with it a little bit here before you duplicate it. However you want. All right, I'm going to hold down Alt. I'm on my black arrow. Hold down Alt and click and drag. Okay. And then, like rotate it around a bit, and you can resize pieces of it if you want, to give it more of a however you want it to go thing, and so forth. Okay, so there's that. And maybe make that one, I don't know. Let's go maybe at the top with this one. Make that one go farther over that way. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. All right. Now we're going to essentially use the Pathfinder and combine all these pieces together. Okay, so I'm going to hold down Shift and click all three pieces. Remember, we locked the background so we can't accidentally grab a hold of it. And then I'm going to just hit this Pathfinder Unite button that's over in the Properties panel, and that turns them all into one big piece. Now remember, you could come in here with your Puppet Warp. Remember Puppet Warp? So we could pop back into the Puppet Warp and add pins to this and, like fix this so it... Maybe add a pin up here so I can stretch this piece out more. See what I mean? So you can come through and sort of make it a little bit better if you're not like super happy with the way that it's hanging, or whatever on here. Oops, I didn't really mean to add that one in there too, but it's fine. Okay. All right. Now, once we have that, we need a copy of this that's flipped the other way. And I haven't told you how to do that. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is right click on this while we have our black arrow going on. Go to Transform, and then the option to make a mirror image in Illustrator is called Reflect. So I'm going to hit Reflect. Now, if I hit the button OK, it's going to reflect the one I already have drawn. But notice there's a button called Copy in here. If I push that button, now I have two copies. They're just on top of each other. So see, I can scoot it apart, and then I can put this piece over here. I can rotate it around. I can make them smaller. I can do whatever I need to do to them to make it be the way I want it to be, which I still don't 100% know how I want this to be. Every time I draw these, I just can't decide. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then finally I'm going to choose both of these again. Hold Shift to select both, and let's use that Pathfinder and unite them. So this is going to be the top of my little baby palm tree that I'm going to make. Okay, I've got it all Pathfinded in there. I'm going to go ahead and size this down. See, that looks really nice when you size it down. That's why we draw really big. Okay, now we're going to draw a tall rectangle. This is going to be the trunk, and we're just going to kind of slant it a little bit. So just draw you a little rectangle here. And then we're going to go to the Appearance panel where we've been before. Window, Appearance. Okay, on the Appearance panel, we're going to hit that FX button and go to Warp like we did before. And this time we'll choose Arc. Ooh, definitely not the way I want that to arc. So I'm going to arc it differently. So, definitely not how we want this to be. So mine is actually drawing the opposite way that I want it to. See, it's on horizontal. I want it to be vertical. There we go. I want to bend it that way. I want to bend it tall ways and not the other way. So we want to do a vertical arc here. And then you just choose whatever level of bend that you want. And we're going to use that as the trunk for your little tree. Isn't that precious? Now, of course, as you know, this is a warped shape. It still sees it if I press Control Y as a straight up shape, right? So it will do strange things if you rotate this shape because it's fake. Okay, look at that. As I go around, like it's doing weird stuff. Like, what in the world? Right? It's like messing up. So this is one of those shapes where you're going to want to do Object Expand, partially for that reason, but the other reason is that we also want to merge these two together with our Pathfinder. Okay, so once I get this set like I want, Object Expand Appearance, See how it's now a shape? All right, and then I'm going to hold down Control or Shift and click both, and then we'll go ahead and pathfind that. So now we have our beautiful little palm tree, which we're going to end up placing into position over here somewhere in our project. Okay, we will continue on in the next page in just a moment. Give it a save.